It should come as a surprise to no one that I try to avoid Twitter, because Twitter, I don't know if you know this, sucks. But the other day I saw this Twitter thread that made me very upset, like most Twitter threads do, and it was about how Magic was dying. How it used to be some cutting edge, sharp cultural critique, and now it's just cowboys. And I haven't made a video specifically for YouTube in about 10 years, so it's kind of fitting that the last one I made was probably about American Girl dolls, which was my old special interest, and this one is about Magic, which is my new special interest. Or at least it has been for the past, 6 years. But just like 10 years ago with my American Girl dolls that I was not putting down anytime soon, I'd like to make a case today for why Magic is not dying and you just don't know how to have fun. Actually, to prove my point a little bit, I'm going to talk about American Girl dolls and a New Yorker article that was published in 2023 about how millennials and adults still like American Girl even though it is a children's brand. It's because that brand held steadfast in promoting affluence anxiety and controlling their own narrative. Simply put, the adult chokehold over this children's toy was due only to branding. Hasbro is trying a really similar technique with the Magic branding, trying to appeal to younger demographics in a way that will stick into adulthood while still trying to appeal to the older demographics of Magic. However, because they are a brand based on a product, what they will always value the most is the value of the cards. A documentary that I really love called Beanie Mania talks about how Thai Company did this with Beanie Babies. It speaks on the secondary market, false scarcity, and all sorts of things that talk about how corporations will value a product over anything else by any means necessary. One of the main reasons people think Magic is dying is because they expect too much, or rather too different, of the brand. What people think corporate expectations should be and what they actually are usually severely misaligned. If you expect a corporation not to demographic chase and money pull, then you're not thinking like a corporation, which is good. To be human is to care about the cause and the art and everything behind it, but that's not what corporations do. Everything that people perceive to be dwindling about Magic is not directly correlated to the profit. So Magic is not dying. They are surviving at the expense of the things that people care about. However, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism, and we already knew this. There's no point in not having fun with it still. Magic and its fan base isn't dying, it's just cycling. It's also important to note that, like I said, Magic is catering to a demographic shift. They are no longer pulling for the traditional Magic players. They are pulling for the universes beyond and the anime prince, and if you don't like that, maybe it's just not for you. It's okay. You don't have to put those cards in your deck, no one's making you. Like I said, it is good to care about the small things. Wizards and Hasbro have both each individually done some pretty bad stuff, but it doesn't seem like that's what people care about, given that the straw that broke the camel's back was putting Oko in a cowboy hat. It's okay to enjoy things as they are, even if they're silly or dwindling, or if the company has done some bad stuff. Both things can be true. Both things are usually true. At the end of the day, even if we don't like what the corporation is doing, we can still create a community out of what they have done. And if we decide to just shut the whole thing down because we're not approving of Oko in a cowboy hat, then what was ever the point?